Secured entrepreneurs. Did you know that traditional estate planning could be costing you more than just money? Yes, it could be exposing your assets, making you a target, and creating unnecessary legal headaches for your heirs. Let's talk about this. What if there was a way to protect your wealth, maintain privacy, and ensure a smooth transition of assets? Well, that's where anonymous limited liability companies come in. And in today's video, Miss Aurorah is breaking down why anonymous LLCs are a game changer for estate planning. Before we really get into this, Miss Aurorah is going to ask you to like this video, share the video, comment, subscribe if you have not. All right. So for those of you who do not know who I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you build 6- and 7-figure tax-free businesses. You heard that right. Stick around because we all know that this is the secured entrepreneur movement. All right, here's the problem with traditional estate planning. Traditional estate planning methods can be costly and cumbersome, depending on the size of your estate, okay? Probate can drag on for months or even years. And get this, the entire process is public record. Did you know that? That means that anyone can see what assets you're passing down, who's inheriting them, and even contest the will if they choose to. This is why we don't do wills here in the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. Sorry to tell everybody who doesn't know, but we are all about private trust over here, all right? If you are a high net worth individual or just someone who values privacy, this is a huge risk. And that's why many wealthy individuals are turning to anonymous limited liability companies. So, what exactly is an anonymous limited liability company? Well, it's a limited liability company where the owner's names are shielded from public records. All of the secured entrepreneurs here know how this is done and how we do it, all right? Instead of your name being attached to the limited liability company, a registered agent or nominee service is listed. And that's ensuring that your identity remains private. This is crucial for estate planning because it adds a layer of protection and discretion to your wealth transfer strategy. Let Ms. Aurorah talk to you about some of the benefits of an anonymous limited liability company for your estate plan. First of all, Ms. Aurorah is going here, asset protection, all right? An LLC shields your personal assets from liability claims. If someone sues your business, they can't come after your personal estate, right? So when this thing is anonymous, that means that there's no one. Listen to what Ms. Aurorah is telling you, okay? The privacy, ownership remains hidden, meaning your name won't be tied to the assets publicly, reducing unwanted attention and potential legal challenges. And, Ms. Aurorah can never leave out the tax advantages, right? Depending on how it's structured. And, we do a complete tax-free wealth cycle here in the Secured Entrepreneur Movement, all right? An anonymous LLC can provide tax benefits and flexibility, making wealth preservation even more efficient, okay? So how anonymous limited liabilities work with private trust in estate planning. That's really what I want to touch on right now. An anonymous limited liability company becomes even more powerful when combined with a private trust in an estate plan. So here's how it works. Instead of holding assets in your personal name, like many entrepreneurs make the mistake of doing, your anonymous limited liability company can own those assets, and then your private trust can own the limited liability company itself. Now, this is just one example because there are several, okay? This creates an additional layer of protection, making it difficult for creditors, legal challengers, or the public to trace ownership back to you personally. And how much do we love that? So, best use cases in estate planning. Let's see where this Miss Aurorah want to go with this. Okay. Real estate holdings. Okay. Your anonymous limited liability company can hold properties, preventing them from being directly tied to you in public records. Business ownership. So if you want to pass down a business without going through probate, structuring ownership through an anonymous limited liability company and a private trust ensures a seamless transfer. Listen to what Ms. Aurorah is telling you, all right? Investment portfolios, stocks, cryptocurrency, and other assets can be secured within an anonymous limited liability company, shielding them from direct exposure. All right? Legacy wealth planning. By using a trust to hold the limited liability company, your heirs receive the benefits without dealing with probate or inheritance taxes. Hello. So let's talk about a real world example and maybe a case study, okay? Let's talk about a real life example. A successful entrepreneur used an anonymous limited liability company to pass down business assets to their heirs while avoiding probate. The result: a seamless wealth transfer with no legal battles or public scrutiny. Now that should be you. In another case, a family used an anonymous limited liability company to protect a valuable real estate portfolio from potential lawsuits and creditor claims, ensuring their children received the properties intact. That should also be you. Now, these are just a few ways people are leveraging anonymous limited liability companies to secure their legacy. So, if you are serious about protecting your wealth and ensuring a smooth transition of assets, an anonymous limited liability company could be the missing piece in your estate plan. Have questions or want to learn more? Drop those comments below. And if you're ready to take action, check out the resources in the description to get started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more wealth building strategies. You all know you can find me, Miss Aurorah Dey, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And until next time, ta-ta.